Now, later this month, there will be an Impact Africa Youth Leadership Summit where Dr. Kojo Asante, Aremeyaw Anas, Dr. Lloyd Amoah, and Anose Bunsu Jr. will speak about service leadership. Now, here with me in the studio is Anose Bunsu Jr. He is the Executive Director of AfriWIC International and SETO organization. We're very happy to have you.
Thank you.
Obviously, unfortunately, your visit has been marred by events in KNUST.
I know.
I wonder, how could leadership have effectively prevented or resolved what we're seeing on KNUST campus?
Well, there is a truth claim which says wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. In all of your getting, get understanding. I believe that one of the basic principles of leadership is service. Leadership, from our perspective, is gift for service. So in that sense, service would have to be something progressive, something that will bring joy, something that will bring peace and progress to a community. So in order for you to have understanding, there's got to be a dialogue. So I believe that one of the things leadership can do is to continue dialoguing and let's put the right things in place. I don't have much information about what actually went on campus, but I believe that if we had dialogued and had understanding, that could have avoided this particular incident. But moving forward, I can say that we would have to make sure that whatever we are doing is in service of the community. If it's anything that is not going to be to the advancement of the community, we'd have to sit back and discuss it and dialogue it and come to a compromise, because that's the only way we can move forward.
Now, obviously, your organization has some interesting views on leadership, which you're hoping to share with the people of Ghana. One of the leadership institutions that you actually don't support is our chieftaincy system. Tell us about that. What's wrong with our chiefs?
Well, leadership has been misconstrued in the sense that anytime you make mention of leadership, people think of power, authority, rulership over people, which has nothing to do with leadership, because we believe that leadership is a gift for service, and it has nothing to do with power, office, rulership over people, which has been the bigger one. And it's all due to the fact that the ancient Greek philosophers came up with the concept of the ruler and the ruled. And the monarchy system bought into it. And this concept has impacted our view of leadership. So anytime we think of leadership, it's about somebody with power, ruling over people. But like I said before the other time, rulership has nothing to do with leadership. And no human being was born to rule another human being. I don't know where that concept came from, but no human being has the right to rule over another human being. You can only rule over something you own. And no human being legitimately owns another human being. So rulership over people is a concept to, as it were, put a group of people into a certain category of leadership or rulership, and put a group of people, the majority of the people, in a certain category of following.
So do you think the Otumfuo, for example, is an illegitimate
I am not saying the system is illegitimate, because society has come to accept it. But what I'm saying is the concept of rulership is not leadership.
So Otumfuo is not a leader?
Leadership is a gift for service. Otumfuo might have a gift of management for service. So, in other words, it is not about the person in office as Otumfuo, but it's about the institution. I'm talking about the institution, the concept of the institution. Because, for instance, when there's a ceremony in South Africa within the Zulu kingdoms. Anytime there's any harvest, the first harvest of the people is taken to palace of the king, because it is believed that the king owns the land and the people in the land, which is not right. So Otumfuo, as a ruler of the Asante kingdom, he is occupying an office of a chief, the chieftaincy office. So he possesses a gift.
Chieftaincy, but yes.
Yes, he possesses a gift to manage the resources of the people. That is one of the major responsibilities of a leader, is to coordinate and cultivate and coordinate resources. So it is not about rulership over people. So that is where most of the time we also make a mistake of thinking governance is the same as rulership over people. It isn't. And that is why we've had this perception of ruling over people. So power will make you rule over people. And so then we got to get power and to suppress people and dominate people and rule over them.
Well, no doubt these theories are interesting ones that I'm sure many would like to come and learn more about at your summit. So tell us about the date, time, venue.
Actually,
and
we,
so
like you said, we're having the Youth Leadership Summit, which is dubbed Impact Africa Youth Leadership Summit 2018. We intend having one in every country, one of the African country. Next year, we're going to 2019, we're going to Nigeria. 2020, we're going to South Africa. This year's Impact Africa Youth Leadership Summit is taking place at the Legon University of Ghana on 27th of October, which is coming Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And next week, Saturday, which is the 3rd of November, it's taking place in Kumasi, to be precise, the Gardner Hall, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. as well. And on 10th of November in Koforidua, at the Koforidua University, Technical University, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. as well. And the speakers are myself, Aremeyaw Anas, Dr. Kojo Asante, Dr. Lloyd Amoah. And basically we are going to expound on this concept of service leadership for the youth to understand that leadership is not about power, but it's about gift for service.
That's wonderful. We wish you all the very best, and we'll keep an eye on all of your activities.
Thank you so much.
Proceed. Thanks a lot for joining us.